Goodbye 1852 and good riddance. More than a few Sacramento residents in 1852 were saying that 1852 was a terrible year for the city that was just starting out in an expanded United States, trying to be something important. And consider in 1852 in mid-March was a terrible flood that broke the levee of the American River right about here, flooded part of the city. Election day, early November, a wind-driven fire ended up destroying more than 80% of the city. More than 700 buildings were built within a month to replace some 1,500 buildings that were destroyed, many of them built with brick. But by December 19th, a large storm had broken the levee here along the American River and caused some damage, including to those new brick buildings, because the mortar helping hold up the bricks had not quite set. The levee break was fixed. Everybody was kind of ready for something, but figured everything's great. 1852 is going to end maybe with a note of peace. And Mother Nature said, "Hold my beer." New Year's Day 1853 broke, but then so did that just fixed levee where we were, 28 blocks from here, about a mile north of John Sutter's Fort, a place called Stewart's Tannery. The flooding also overtopped the levees, which still were not quite high enough. You'll see an engraving of the shallow lake that was formed right here, J Street, that came from the Sacramento Daily Union. The Union is included in that illustration. People paddling around on boats, many of which were made for the occasion. Now, that bend in the American River that caused so much flooding problem, we shared enough flooding stories for you to know that that bend was going to play a part in the massive 1861-62 flood. Something about that bend in the river, which was then called Rabel's Tannery, broke again and contributed largely to the flooding of 1861.